Hello everybody. Okay, so I had already started creating this layout when I realized that I wanted to record it to practice a process video since I've been having issues with my new computer. So I kind of recorded a little bit late in the layout. I cut a bunch of little 2x2 squares, and then the larger photo is I believe it's a 4x4 or 4.5x4.5, but it's a square photo either way. And I'm using the Scraptastic March River and Roads kit, and so all of my paper's embellishments are coming from that. So the larger photo, I just cut strips of banners, and I matted it on a piece of pink paper that was patterned, and then I also used the acetate. It's kind of hard to see, but the polka dot acetate that came in the kit as well. And then I cut the photos and the smaller papers down to 2x2, and I kind of wanted to make them all equally spaced. I know it's not perfect, but it's pleasing to my eyes, so I'm fine with that. And so I'm just going to tape everything down. And I already put the larger photo and the banners all on pop dots. I really wanted it to kind of stand out from the rest of the embellishments and things, because I'm not going to put much embellishment over on the right side. It's all going to go on the smaller squares. So this is a photo of me for my birthday. We were all at the melting pot, which it was a wonderful birthday, and so I definitely wanted to document that because it had been a while since I had had just an absolutely perfect birthday. And so we shared it with some friends, and the melting pot is not by any means close to where I live. We went a few hours out of our way, and I thoroughly enjoy the atmosphere and the food, and it was perfect for me. So it was definitely a nice birthday. So I knew that I wanted to use one of these felt flowers. I don't know who they're by. It didn't come in the packaging, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to use the pink or the teal, because both colors would match. So I just cut it with the acetate and placed it on the photo, and I was steering more towards the pink, so that was the color that I had placed there. Now I'm going to go through the chipboard as well, and I knew that I wanted to use a lot of embellishments on this. I wanted to embellish each and every little square that I could. So I'm pulling off some things, and I'm just lightly placing it down. Here I almost ruined my die cut. And that just says heart you. And so I placed that with the photo of myself and my husband. And that little chipboard heart with the arrow, it says best ever. And so it's going to be pointing to where I add my title, although I don't know that that's where my title is going to be right now. So I'm using those little acrylic heart. It's kind of in a wonky circle with the heart cut out, and the other heart is up on that polka dot paper that's in the middle. Those are not going to stay there. I'm also going through the sticker sheet. I have difficulty placing stickers. I don't know why. I'm not very good at using stickers. For some reason they just don't seem to work for me. But I do use a few on this layout. I do use that ampersand, and it's going to go on that square, just not exactly where it's placed. I am going to move it. I do want to use one of these labels, and that label there says a lovely day for friends, and that's exactly what it was. You know, it was really nice. I think that really added to it being that special day for me, was hanging out with some friends of mine. And this was the first time that my husband had hung out with these two friends. I work with them both. It's a couple, and I have hung out with her off and on outside of work. Not so much him, but this time we all kind of went as a couple, and it was really kind of fun. It was something different for my husband and I. And so I'm just kind of straightening out that I had put it on a little crooked, so I'm just going to straighten that out. And I did want to overlap a few of the elements from square to square. I didn't want to keep everything so contained. I like the look of it where it's kind of overlapping. So that little die cut that has the heart U, I did know that I wanted to color it so it would stand out. And I thought that yellow would be perfect to add to that, just to kind of bring some yellow over to the other side. I picked up my Copic, but that was not the right one that I needed. So I went and I got a Y15, and it's going to be a little bit more on the almost mustardy yellow side. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do the heart a different color, but I decided to go ahead and make it yellow as well. And I really love the way that it pops. I was just showing you there that it was Y15. And see, I really love how it brings the yellow over to the other side. Now, my larger cluster, my larger photo, I do know that I don't have much yellow over in there, and it's okay with me. I think that the layout still looks very balanced. So I'm going to use my Tombow, and I'm really wishing that I had those fine liners. I want to get one, and I will soon. It's just a matter of remembering when I make my orders. So, of course, my Glossy Accents is clogged, and I'm trying to figure out where I want to put everything. And I do add that little acrylic heart right above that little phrase sticker. And here's where I decide my title is just going to say birthday. And so, because that heart says best ever, my title becomes Best Ever Birthday. And it looks really nice the way it's all kind of laid out, because the arrow is going right into the word birthday. And it truly was one of the best birthdays. I don't know if I can say that enough. It was wonderful. Now, usually I'm picking up and moving my alphas quite a bit. I have not gotten into the trend of using wax paper. To me, it's just, it may be easier, I don't know, but not for one word. I'll kind of lay everything kind of loosely and move it around. And then when I'm done, I'll press it all down. And then I'm gonna dot my I. And then I'm trying to think here. Oh yes, I wanted to place my age. Of course. I wanted to have it somewhere on the layout so that I would remember exactly which one this was, rather than, you know, putting the year. I'll know what day, what year, if I just put how old I am. And trying to find a place for this was actually a lot more difficult than you'd think. I decided I didn't want it on the ampersand, because the ampersand was kind of representing my husband and I, and then it was in the middle, and then the other couple that was with us was Jen and Marshall, and so it was representing them. So it was kind of, that's where the and was coming in. So I did end up putting it up by that little acrylic heart. Is it acrylic? I think it's acrylic. And then I'm going to use the wonky circle with the heart cut out on that polka dot paper. It's a very subtle polka dot, and I think it works really well with that. Okay, here is where things get kind of crazy. I want to add sequins, and I really wanted to make sure that I put them where I wanted them. I don't like to usually scatter them. I feel that a sequence has a spot on my layout, and so most of them I wanted them to kind of match. So I pulled out only colors that went with my layout, and I'm placing them like kind of where they belong, you know, in my eye. And so I just pick a few squares, and I pick the colors that will match the squares. I'm not going to glue them down yet. I'm just going to kind of set them there and decide. And here's where I decided to hot glue my bow. It's actually came on like a pop dot, but I had taken it off that because I had already had pop dots behind my photo. I didn't want to add any more dimensions, so I took that dimensional adhesive from behind the bow and just hot glued it. And then I'm going to glue every single sequence down exactly where I want them. That little arrow that is in the middle bottom 9 boxes, it says cute, and it is pointing towards the couple that were with us. because it's a cute photo of them and they are very cute together. And I guess here's the photos. I just added a little tag that says love to the sequence, and I journaled, and it's just talking about what a wonderful birthday I had and how blessed I was and happy I was that I got to share it with some friends. So that is all, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.